As a sales leadership consultant working with salespeople, what I find is that the biggest saboteur of their success comes down to two factors. And those two factors are the mindset of the salesperson as well as the skill set. And so what we have here in this high-performing salesperson model, if you like, is we look at their belief systems. So we have disempowering beliefs down the bottom here, and we have their empowering beliefs at the top. And then we have their skill set, those that have a low skill set and those that have a high skill set. And so what we ideally want our salespeople to be, we want them to sit in that top right quadrant. And when we have a salesperson who has really empowering beliefs with a really solid skill set, we have somebody who is a force to be reckoned with, somebody who is really strong. And that ideally is where we want everyone to move to. But we do have people in our team that have a low skill set that also have disempowering beliefs. And these people are very weak. They're very wishy-washy, and some of them may not make the cut. So when we look at the fact that there are others in our team, typically 80%, that are spread across the other two quadrants, what we're looking at there is somebody with empowering beliefs but a low skill set. And when you have somebody in your team who has really high beliefs in themselves, they'll go out there and they will close. And they really do have short-term clout, because our buyers, we know, don't particularly want somebody who is a hunter. On the flip side of that, we have those that have got a really high skill set and are brilliant at learning, but their belief systems are holding them back. So these people, brilliant at creating rapport, brilliant at opening the sale, but don't have the ability to actually ask the challenging questions, or don't have that level of conviction in themselves. And so what we need to predominantly look at is the two bottom quadrants, if you like, those that have the disempowering beliefs, apologies for that, the disempowering beliefs, because that is going to hold them back. You can have somebody with the best skills in the world, but if they do not believe in what they're doing or themselves, then it's a waste of time. So we look at those two quadrants, and what I realized is that the two beliefs, or the major belief, are money beliefs. And so if you consider for a minute, most of us have grown up in environments where we've been conditioned to not ask people what they get paid. It's none of our business. You know, money is the root of all evil. Money comes in the front door and love goes out the back door. So there's all these beliefs that we're being conditioned to believe at a subconscious level. And so if a salesperson has those beliefs and they haven't been addressed, then they are going to find it extremely difficult to ask a potential buyer all about their budget, to ask the potential buyer how much money they have, what is their expected return on investment. So all of those money type questions won't get asked. The second part of the money beliefs around a salesperson's beliefs around money is, what is a lot of money? So to one salesperson, $1,000 might be a lot of money, and to another salesperson, $10,000 might be a lot of money. And so if you have a salesperson who thinks $1,000 is a lot of money, and yet what they're selling, their product or their service, is valued at $10,000, then they are going to find it very, very hard to sell authentically for that amount of money. And so therefore they will be the ones typically that will discount. And you see it with, for example, our poor car salesmen that we keep using. I know one of my clients, they could never sell the top level of car because they didn't believe they could afford it. And so because they didn't think they could afford it, they didn't believe their buyer could afford it. So they didn't even give their buyer the opportunity to say yes or no. So when we look at these quadrants, skill set is brilliant and it's really important, we know that, but it's not the be all and end all. What also must be addressed are the beliefs of the salesperson, and it takes a certain type of trainer or mentor or coach who is agile enough to pitch and catch with the salesperson and to go to all of these levels. So I implore you, for your salesperson's growth to consider both their skill set and their mindset.